What up, fam? It's your boy CJ Richardson. Welcome to another exciting broadcast of We Talk Sports. It's where me and the crew we get together and we talk sports. Friendly debate. And it's not only for the Cowboys fans, the Laker fans, or the Atlanta Braves fans. You see, I have my teams that I support behind me. It's for all fans. You too have a voice here. So if you want to talk sports with me and my panel, let us know. There will be a link in the comments where you can come on screen as well. And remember, don't bring your feelings. We're just talking sports. See, when you bring your feelings, that's when things kind of go sour. So right now, without further ado, I need to bring in my panel so we can get down to business this week. And we're going to do everything that we can to bring you We Talk Sports every Wednesday at 8:30. So remember, it's an interactive podcast, and we want your input. We want your questions. You know, it's one of the different podcasts that's floating around the internet that lets everybody have a voice, and we want yours. All right, let me bring in my first guy, my man, my partner in crime. What's up, Rodney Jones Bay?
What's up, CJ? How you feeling today?
Hey, man, I feel good today, man. Welcome to another episode of We Talk Sports, man. I'm glad to have you here as usual.
I appreciate you bringing me on.
Hey, that's just the way it is, my brother from another mother. And let me bring my other partner in crime on, my man Justin. He's rocking the Mamba jersey. You know, what's up, Jay? How you doing today?
Not much, can't complain. Showing love to Kobe on Mamba Day.
The Mamba. And y'all, everybody in the world knows that CJ Richardson's favorite NBA player of all time is the Black Mamba. Boy, Kobe was number one with me, man. We're here today. We're talking sports with the fam, the crew, the haters, everybody. See, everybody's welcome here. We don't have anybody that's not welcome. You can come on screen whether you agree with me or not. You know what I'm saying? What's up, Tivoli? How are you doing, Green Bay Packer fan? What's up, Shane Myra Salty Daily? How are you? And Samuel, what's up, man? Samuel likes the Cowboys and the Mets, you know, and I ain't mad. Eric Lee, I have already sent you the link. You know, it's in your messenger. But what I will do right now is I will post the link on the screen so you can see it. And
Eric Lee, what's going on, bro?
Yeah, hopefully he'll come in on the program, man.
Yeah.
Got a lot to talk about, man. A lot's been going on in sports, man, here lately. Baseball season's back in. World champions. CJ, we are the champion of the world. That's right. But I can tell you right now, the Los Angeles Dodgers are loaded. They are loaded, man. So this baseball season is going to be very, very interesting. Hopefully my Braves can go back to back, but it's going to be tough this year, man. Got some new baseball rules. Y'all need to read up on them. We'll get deeper into baseball as the season goes along, but it's going to be exciting baseball year. Richmond Flying Squirrels locally. That's all we got. Double-A baseball here. And Richmond, Virginia had their home opener last night. So we do have a little bit of baseball going on, man. But I like to start every program with some CJTV-ish. You know what I'm saying? I like to start all of my programs with some CJTV-ish. Eric Lee says, send it again. I just put it on the screen as well, Eric, but it's in your messenger. I like to start every program with some CJTV-ish, man, and it wouldn't be me if I didn't do this. That makes my day, man. Every time I see it, man. And speaking of the Washington Redskins, the Washington football team, the Washington Commodores, Commandos, Hootie and the Blowfish, Justin, there's some breaking news out of Washington. Won't you enlighten the people on what's allegedly, because we don't tell, the stories. We don't just deal with anything. We tell you what we've heard. What have we heard about the Commandos? That's big news.
Currently, the Washington Commanders have been violating financial laws, and a U.S. House committee has been investigating them, where they have been underreporting revenue that they brought in from ticket sales and putting out, not really turning over all the money they're bringing in for income. And the government is looking into this because that's not reporting their complete tax earnings of the year.
The government.
Yeah. And this is on top of the sexual misconduct stuff that happened earlier this offseason that Snyder dodged as well.
Oh my. So you're telling me the Washington Commandos are in heavy and deep-ish?
Yep.
Oh.
And this could result in a change in ownership that could be brought down by the government, which could force Snyder to sell.
Well, if it's fraud or anything like that, that could carry some jail time.
Yes. The last thing that he did was he had pretty much sold some of his shares to make it to where his wife was the leading shareholder of the team. So his wife looks like the acting owner, kind of to cover his tracks a little bit. But now we see that why he was doing that. If the other report coming out is that the ownership group that used to be formerly of the Cleveland Browns, the Lanier family, who currently owns the Nationals, if Washington becomes for sale, the Lanier family plans to sell the Nationals and buy the Washington Commanders.
I heard that
because they're looking to get back.
Tivoli says the Washington Crooks. That's exactly what they would be if found guilty. Now these are just allegations, so we don't really know at this moment exactly what's going on, but it's still not good news up in Washington. So
I look at them as the Washington Salamanders.
Oh, the way they've been slithering in and out of this bad backdoor underground stealing money business type ventures.
Very tilapia like business.
Okay. Very tilapia.
Like that one.
Hey, that was pretty good, man. You know, David says, Lord, watch the Commanders. The new name is getting sneaky already. Exactly, David. The new name is getting sneaky already, but they're no sneakier than Daniel Snyder. He's probably one of the sneakiest dudes in the world. See, these billionaires, you know, they didn't get rich, extra rich, just by being businessmen. You know, they got some shrewd under the table dealings going on. So let's see what we got here. Kelly Antonio Anderson says my teams are the Dallas Cowboys and the Chicago Bulls. Hey, go Dallas Cowboys, Chicago Bulls, you're on your own. All right. So Timothy said, I want to correct my statements. Allegedly, Washington Crooks. I love it, Timothy. I love it. Well, let's talk about some other sports real quick. We'll get back into the NFL as the show goes on. College basketball. Since we've left you guys, there have been 2 new champions crowned in the men's and women's side. Which one of you guys want to start this topic off tonight? Justin or
South Carolina? Let's go. Big fan.
Dawn Staley, man. Love her.
Yeah, big South Carolina fan because of Asia Wilson, my favorite WNBA player to play there. Love her. Destiny Henderson should have got MVP, even though it went to Aaliyah Boston. Destiny carved up UConn's defense and locked up Paige Beckers, and she should have got MVP for the game, but it went to the most well-known player on South Carolina, which was Aaliyah Boston.
Right.
The other thing with that was both teams had something in common, which was both teams on their journey, Kansas and South Carolina, both played Miami and Creighton and North Carolina to win their championships, which was unheard of.
That was crazy, right?
Yeah.
And the other fun fact was both teams were number 1 when the season was interrupted when the pandemic hit in 2020. And both teams were on pace to win the championship for men and women's. And here we are 2 years later, and they both cut down the nets this year. So that's awesome. Delays not denied. So
I guess what we want to do at this time is we want to shout out all the Kansas Jayhawks fans and all of the South Carolina Gamecock women's fans and college basketball fans in general for an awesome season, man. Pretty much back at it, you know, because we had the COVID and people weren't able to get into the stadiums, but the kids were able to play in front of crowds this year, and I know that played a huge factor. Anything you want to say about this, Rodney, before we move on?
Oh yeah, shout out to the Jayhawks, especially that second half comeback.
Yes, shout out to the Jayhawks for doing what I needed them to do, and that was beat Carolina. But there's some more breaking news coming out of North Carolina as well. And since we have one North Carolina Tar Heel fan here, we might as well let him break it for you guys that don't even know. Tell them what happened today, Justin.
Today, Armando Baycott put a letter out on the North Carolina website, Instagram, where he stated that he wrote a letter saying that he was fully invested with North Carolina and that I am back for my senior year.
Okay. Now, with him being back, do you see them as the front runner for the ACC title or the NCAA title, or it doesn't make a difference? I'm just asking because he's a great player and he did some phenomenal things this year that hadn't been done, and he's a local kid, so we gotta support the guy.
It's
regardless.
For me, it's too early to tell. I would say they are, but Duke does have another top 5 recruiting class that they're coming in with, despite Coach K retiring. So that is nothing to, I guess, look at or overlook.
Hold on, Justin, we got company. What up, Ely? We got my man Ely in the building, man, all the way from Atlanta, Georgia, man. What's going on, my brother?
Hey, man, look at here. I'm sitting here.
Go ahead. You sitting here what?
Hey, man, I'm sitting here watching this game.
Your team is playing, right?
Yeah, the Hawks playing.
Yeah, because Rodney had a new name for you. It was
I think it was the Atlanta Commanders.
Yeah.
Hey, man, I'm hearing myself twice. How I stop that?
Well, you got the microphone on. It's coming back to your ear, so you got to disregard that. See, I can hear what I'm saying as well. So either turn your headset down or take it off. I mean, I would turn it down just a little bit, or turn the sound down on you got on your laptop or the Mac or screen. Where do you have it at? Because you're gonna hear yourself twice if you don't set your computer up right.
Okay.
But it doesn't matter. You're okay. All right.
Like if you're playing it on Facebook through your lap, you're gonna hear it twice.
I got it on the Mac.
Yeah, you can be all right. Just you know what you said. Okay. So everything should be fine. Now, Shane Marisalta Daly says, I hate Duke. Monique Henderson says, hey guys. So right now we're talking about the NCAA tournament champions, so that we can get you caught up to speed. That's all we've talked about so far. That Kansas won the men's side of the bracket and South Carolina won the women's side of the bracket. You got anything you want to add or congratulate? Don Staley, UVA. I mean, anything? Can you hear us? Your mic is off on here. You muted yourself. Once Eric once Eric is having technical difficulties, guys. This is what happens when you do a live show. You don't know what you're gonna get, but he'll be right back.
I'll throw a team to watch, but I'll throw a team to watch on the girls' side.
And who's that?
UCLA has the number 1 player in the country going to them on the women's side, and they have another 5. They have a couple 5-star recruits coming next year to UCLA on the women's side. Okay. UCLA is going to be a force to be reckoned with next year.
And we need
on the girls' side.
We need to make it a point on the show as well. Excuse me, to give the women a little bit more airtime, because I know I'm guilty. I talk about the Dallas Cowboys, I talk about my Lakers, I talk about the Commandos, you know what I'm saying? But I often omit the women. So we got to I got to write it down now. More women's sports.
And in the WNBA, the Lakers ain't hanging a banner this year, and neither are the Clippers, but there will be a banner that probably will be hung in the crypto.com arena, and it might be the LA Sparks that hang that banner because they loaded this year. They got a squad.
Okay, speaking of basketball, we got basketball action going on right now. The NBA play-in tournament is going on. Have you guys been up to date with that?
Yeah.
Eric, can you hear us? Are you with us?
I can hear you.
Okay, I can hear you as well. We can hear you.
Last night,
I just hear myself twice. I'm trying not to hear myself twice.
Well, you don't have to get used to that. What you could do is take one ear off and put it right above your ear, because until you get used to it, you're not gonna really feel comfortable. You like hello, it'd be hello. It's okay. But right now we can only hear you once, so it's okay. What are you gonna do?
Okay, I'm gonna figure.
Bear with us, everybody. But anyway, we're talking about basketball. What were you saying, Justin?
I'm good now.
Yeah, you're good.
The
I'm
playing
good now.
the playing game, like Rodney said, the Timberwolves won last night. They beat the Clippers.
Okay.
The Nets won in a close one by 7, 115-108 over
It was a blowout to start, though.
Over the Cavs. Most people knew that game was going to go that way because the Nets have more firepower. The matchup to watch, the intriguing thing to watch, the storyline that I think is something that could have lingering effects in the playoffs is Toronto. Toronto has a intriguing thing.
Yeah, I can hear that, Eric. I can hear that replay.
Have lingering effects
Eric,
in the playoffs.
I can hear that.
Cut it out off Facebook. Cut Facebook out.
Toronto has a intriguing thing.
Yeah, I can hear that, Eric. I can hear that replay. Eric, this is what happens when you invite people on. Cut it out, man.
You good now?
Toronto, the Toronto Raptors are the matchup to watch because the rule in Toronto is you have to have been vaccinated with at least 2 shots to play in Toronto.
Okay.
So if the Nets draw Toronto, Kyrie is out for that series and the Raptors have home court. If the Raptors,
he's not out for the series. He's out for the away
game. He's out for the 4. He would be out for the 4 games in Toronto. If Boston plays Toronto, Boston would be down Jason Tatum, Al Horford, and Jaylen Brown because all 3 of them, the last time they played in Toronto, were listed as non-COVID related injuries. And right now they play Philadelphia, and Philadelphia is down by Matthias Thybulle, who's their shooting guard. And he got 1 shot. He got the Pfizer shot, but he didn't get the second one. So he's out for the home games.
Haven't said all of that, Justin. Atlanta is playing Charlotte right now. And looks Charlotte, and she looks like Charlotte is getting that butt whipped.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Eric
sir.
Eric is down in A-Town, man. So how's the vibe down there? How's the vibe down there?
Hey, it's actually pretty crazy. Can you guys hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, yeah. So the vibe is actually pretty crazy right now. 65-81. And I'm worried because you in the play-in game, you lose 1, you're done. And Charlotte split with us this year. So, I went to the games in Atlanta and I watch, Charlotte, LaMelo come in and do his thing. So right now, man, we all excited. We got to end up playing. If we get through this game, we go down to Cleveland,
right?
And fully vetted playoff.
Got to go to Cleveland.
Got to go to Cleveland. That's a monster, man. Because Cleveland showed out last night. I mean, they were getting their butt beat, but they came back. They looked pretty strong.
They did. That guard they had, with the dreads, he's a monster.
Oh yeah,
Kevin Love gonna be Kevin Love.
Yeah. So I mean, we beat them. I think it was 3-1 this year because I went to a couple of games with the Hawks of Cleveland. We beat them both times. So I mean, they got a good squad, but the consolation prize is seeing Miami after you beat them.
I guess one thing I want to ask you guys, since we're talking NBA right now, and about 15 to 20 seconds, let me know how you feel. How do you guys even feel about a play-in tournament? I always wanted to ask people this because I mean, play-in tournament. You're a pro. You get paid millions of dollars to make the playoffs. I know it's all about revenue. That's why they expand playoffs in every sport. It's about revenue. But how do you, as a sports fan, how do you feel about a play-in tournament? I wouldn't even go to the game personally. I'm just being honest with you.
They packed though.
I understand that, but my point is like it's just like a play-in tournament. I personally don't like it. You either make the playoffs or you don't. This doesn't make it any more exciting for me personally. What about you, Eric? You like it? Or
I think you know what? I don't think it's a bad thing because what happens is cats used to tank for the lottery. So if you keep as many people engaged in the game, it keeps the validity of the game. Because cats will start, if you knew you weren't making the playoffs, you resting folks, you tanking, and cats get pissed off about that. Now if you got a reason to play, you starting everybody. Everybody's
okay.
playing.
Well, okay. A couple more teams got a reason to play. You understand? Right?
Was it 2?
But
no,
it's
8 teams.
Technically 8 gonna make it anyway. They expanded to 10 because 7, 8, 9, and 10 play. So really only 2 more teams per side
come out.
playing the game.
Out.
You know what I'm saying? So what about the other team? What about number 11? So it's the same scenario. That's my point. It's like instead of 8 teams saying 8 teams are in, number 9 is tanking. Now number 11 is tanking. So all you did was expand it.
I watched you last night. If you had a chance to had them Lakers in,
No, I don't
Would you
want
been good?
See, Lakers don't. We don't do play-in tournaments. You know.
okay,
'cause
all right.
it's
So
like
if you
I
did a
don't-
play-in
I don't-
tournament,
I
you'd
don't
have
even-
pissed.
I don't even like
The bubble game.
the bubble chip. You know what I'm saying? Because every time I say, well, we won the chip, yeah, y'all won a bubble chip. You know what I'm saying? So it's an asterisk beside that.
Right.
So how do you guys feel, Rodney and Justin?
I agree. It doesn't do anything for the game. I mean, you're a professional athlete. This is the best league. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I understand the playing games for college, but it really doesn't do anything for the fans or players. Win your games, you win. You don't, you're out.
That's how I feel about it. What did you, Justin?
It reminds me. Well, the 11th seed wouldn't have mattered for the Eastern side either, because the Knicks didn't deserve the 11th seed either with James Dolan, so they didn't deserve to go either. The playing game, to me, I think the NBA looked at the NCAA with the first 4 in, last 4 out.
Right.
I think they looked at that 64 to 68 team tournament and they said, "Oh, the NCAA got something. Let's try to run it with our side." It's ratings, it's suspense, it's
What kind
keep
of
you on the edge of the
Ain't
seat.
nobody watching.
I mean, if
playing
you,
at 9:30?
Well, last year it was.
it brings out a different emotion in every sports fan.
Last
I don't like it. Some of you guys like it. Some of the sports fans like it.
Last year was,
You know?
because last year you had Steph versus LeBron for the playing game. The Warriors played the Lakers.
It didn't matter.
It
because
didn't matter because we still got smoked.
That's my
But-
point. You know what I'm saying? Like you go into the playoff tourney and you get busted up in the first round. It's like that. Why did we go? It was more
But
embarrassment.
You see that in baseball too. Don't they have that thing in the beginning of the playoffs?
The wild card. The
wild
game.
card game. You know.
I still don't like it. That's what I'm saying. So right now, it's almost like Little League, where everybody gonna get a trophy at the end of the year. Oh, you made the playoff.
Participation.
You know what I'm saying?
Participation
It's like in your contract. You might have an incentive if you make the playoff. We got the play-in tournament now, so now 10 teams is like, oh, I might make it now.
So
I might get the
personally
extra
don't like it.
$100,000.
let's call the play-in tournament the NIT, the not in tournament.
Now, see,
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't make a team better. You know what
Right.
I'm saying? It's wasted time.
what's going to happen? This is what's going to happen that's going to stop the play-in tournament. You're going to have a team that gets in the play-in tournament and win the whole thing.
Brooklyn.
I rest my
Brooklyn.
case. Because somebody going to be like, they shouldn't even been in here.
They got the easiest route.
They ain't got to get by Boston.
They got to get
And then
by
they got
Boston.
Milwaukee if they win that. And then they might have to play Phoenix or somebody like that. So they don't have an easy route.
Hey, but last night, boy, they looked like they could beat anybody.
They do look like they can beat anybody. But my point is, if
They
you're the
should be-
number one,
they should be
if you're the
playing.
number 1 or the number 2 seed, Boston, why I got to play the Nets? That's all I'm saying. If they would have won, they won last night, so they got to play Boston.
And-
So Boston said, "I ain't do nothing wrong. Why I got to play them?"
And they're talking about suiting up Ben Simmons for game 1 of that series.
That's my point, man.
I thought he was out for the season with a
They
back injury.
they said he may play in that series.
Man,
They said
been too busy being puffy.
Hey, Ben got that money though.
I'm just saying. Every time you see, he got his $10,000 shades on, his $50,000 coat. He ain't ready to
Right.
play basketball. He want to be cute.
I got a couple more things I want to talk about the NBA before we move on to another topic, man.
Okay.
Patrick Beverly last night.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
I remember when he pushed
the
a
crying.
man in the back.
I'm talking about the crying. That's what I want to know. Give me your opinion. The boy acted crazy last night. He crying and stuff. He done went out there and beat the Clippers. The Clippers? The Clippers? Who have the Clippers ever beat in their life? I know it was emotional because he was a former Clipper, but I thought that they had won the goddamn NBA championship last night.
Seriously.
So how do you guys feel about Pat Beverly last night and his overreaction?
I would say honestly, since he left, he was the heart and soul of their team. Him and Lemon Pepper Lou was the heart and soul of that team. And
we got Lou now.
and Montrez. And since those 3 left, that was pretty much their, I guess.
But that ain't the
swagger.
question. That's not the question. The question was, how do you feel about Pat Beverly and his reaction? This ain't got nothing to do with Sweet Pepper Lou.
He a fake tough guy. He a fake tough guy.
Okay, because as soon as he get booted out, we want to see that reaction too, right?
He don't do cameras because when they got eliminated in the bubble, he didn't even do the interview. He wouldn't go to the press conference. He refused to go.
You remember when he pushed CP3 in the back when he wasn't looking?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that dude crazy, man.
All right, here's my final NBA question. Unless you guys have any more NBA topics.
I do have one.
Okay, who's the NBA MVP?
Joker.
Right? You can't go wrong. You can name any of it. You can't go wrong. Embiid, Joker. What's the guy name from Phoenix, the point guard? Booker. And who's the other one?
Ja Morant.
Ja Morant. I mean, all of them had great years. You know what I'm saying? They had great years. So we got to pick one. And it's four of us. It's four of them. Who you picking, Eric? Joker. Okay. Who you got, Rodney?
I got Book.
You got Booker? Okay. And who you got, Justin?
Embiid, first center to lead the league in scoring since Shaq. Big deal.
Man.
Didn't Joker lead every statistic on his team?
Basically.
Yeah. Every statistic.
I gotta go with
points, assists, blocks.
I gotta go with who am I going with? Oh, who won it last year?
Yoke.
Repeat. Yeah, man, because he got better. Better. So I'm gonna go with him. What's your question, Justin?
The story that's coming out now is that James Harden has told the front office of Philly it's either me or Doc Rivers because he feels that Doc Rivers is not allowing him to play his game. And he said if Doc Rivers is there next year, he will not re-sign in Philly. And it's either Doc got to go or he's going.
Seems like he wants to just play this ice. He wants the ball in his hand.
Man, he need to go stop hanging out with Lil Baby. That what he needs.
And then the other story is that LeBron believes that Mark Jackson will be the next head coach of the Lakers. That's something else to follow.
Right, well, let us stop with the first one first. What's the boy name?
Harden.
The Beard. Beard. First of all, the Beard need to focus on basketball and conditioning. Okay, he's been on 3 teams in the last 4 or 5 years. Yeah, him and Russell Westbrook got the same problem. Yeah, you know, they used to be the man. Now I'll give them credit. Now they was balling. You know, Russell was winning MVPs, Harden was winning MVPs, triple doubles. All they do the same thing, but don't nobody win with them.
Yeah,
am I right or wrong? Nobody wins with these guys because if they ain't the alpha male, it's a problem. Yeah. So it's not the teams all the time. Sometimes it's the player. So until they adjust their games, you know, they're not the young bucks they were.
I think 50 said it best. You used to be the man. What happened to you?
Okay. How do you feel about this, Eric Lee?
Well, I mean, the thing about it is the Beard is a good player, but you know, Kevin Durant was pissed off with him because he came to practice out of shape. He came to the games out of shape. You know, Durant is a competitor. You know, Kyrie is a competitor, and you know, Philly gave up a whole lot for him to get him in there. But now he trying to call shots. I mean, you ain't LeBron. You ain't got 5.5 chips that you could be making calls like that. What you want to get to get rid of Doc? Come on, man. Really? You got to.
But they said Doc going anyway. I heard the rumors swirling about Doc Rivers anyway.
Well, they pissed off about last year because Doc couldn't beat us. You know, they figured you the little team, little Atlanta beat you. I mean, when we beat New York and we took 2 up in Wisconsin playing the Bucks. So I mean, it wasn't like we were so much of a pushover after you looked at it at the end of the season. The guys got up there. You know, if Trey didn't step on that referee's ankle, we don't know what could have happened.
True.
You know?
That is true. You're absolutely right. If anything could have happened. What was the other topic you had, Justin? So we can
the Lakers head coach search. Vogel was fired. The names floating around for the Lakers head coach search are Quinn Snyder, Doc Rivers. The Lakers are targeting Nick Nurse. Juwan Howard was thrown around, but Juwan said he's not interested because his 2 sons are at Michigan. But a name to watch that they're saying is watch John Calipari with Kentucky because he does have an $86 million buyout clause, but there's rumblings he may be leaning towards leaving Kentucky and he'd be open to it if the right job came open. But LeBron seems to be putting speculation out here that he believes that Mark Jackson will be their next coach.
Well, didn't LeBron say he's not extending his contract? He doesn't want an extension?
That did before we came on air. LeBron is reported saying he will not sign an extension with the Lakers in August, which would be a 2-year deal for $97 million.
So if he's not going to sign, how does he get a say so and who the coach is?
I think it's more of a smokescreen. LeBron's gonna see what the team look like before August comes, and if it appeals to him, he might.
Well, he's trying to play with his son, so anything after this contract are going to be 1-year deals.
Pretty much.
I think this is a
until his son gets drafted.
What do you think, Eric?
Well, it brings to mind to me, man. I know we're about to talk about it. I'm pretty sure we're going to talk about some football. Just like Brady. Brady said, you know what? I'm going to retire, blah, blah, blah.
Right.
But if you get rid of Bruce Arians, I may just come back.
I'll be back.
I'll be back.
I'll be back.
I'll be back.
I found that
because you guys remember when the story broke, they said the initial story was there was friction between Arians and Brady, but then they downplayed it.
Yeah.
But
they said Arian cussed him out. And Brady this, hold on. You know how many chips I got? You gonna cuss me out?
Right.
Arians didn't care. He called himself the GOAT. But y'all,
right.
but y'all heard about what that whole Florida deal, that whole Miami deal that the owner was trying to do with Brady. He was getting part ownership.
Hey, that's tough right there, boy.
Our big problem in LA is two people who got no choice making decisions, and I don't need to meddle in business with basketball. Is Linda and Kirk Rambis. I don't want Kirk Rambis giving me advice on nothing basketball related because he couldn't coach the Knicks or the Lakers. Sit down.
Okay.
Not Clark Kent.
I feel the same way, man. Let's switch the topic up, man, because everybody know what we really came here for, man.
Football.
Let me find this video real quick. You know what I'm saying? Because y'all know it's one team. This is my favorite video in the whole wide world right here. You know what I'm saying? I gotta play it again.
Yeah, I knew. I saw that.
Can't stand them. Don't like them. And me and Ely been going at it for years.
For decades. Decades.
But you still, but that's my boy though. Ely, my boy, so you're always welcome on the program. And you're the prime example that we do the show, man. We do the show because we all love sports and we don't have to agree on them, man. But since you're here, E, we touched on it briefly earlier, man. Y'all got some shady stuff going on. What's going on? Sex?
Hold on. Hey, man. We got some shady stuff. The Dolphins got some shady stuff. There's a lot of folks out there.
Let's talk about something every day. That's what we're here for. Let's talk about y'all first. First of all, y'all got some, settled on the sex stuff. You know what I'm saying? We had a peeping Tom in Dallas too, so I got to keep it a buck. You know what I'm saying? We had a peeping Tom.
Yeah, but think about it.
We had paternity suits too, though, because Jerry did have that love child.
Yeah.
And that went away.
Oh, that went away real quick.
But I think for real, in the realm of football, that ain't had nothing to do with football. You know what I'm saying? That was Jerry doing what he do when he do it. You know what I'm saying? That man was married. That between him and his wife for real. Now when you bring that into the office and you peeking in that locker room, you know what I'm saying? You got your phone up. You tell me you ain't know where it was. Well, how you get your phone up then? See, we got peeping Tom, but we're talking about this money, Eric, that y'all supposed to be splitting.
But remember Gruden lost his job over an email from DC. So.
Hey, look, man, y'all shady, man, putting people under the bus and everything.
Hey, Snyder, you know what? If they make Snyder sell the team, I wouldn't be mad. I would be mad because we ain't won. We hadn't won anything since he'd owned the team.
Well, you think that? I mean, y'all haven't won nothing since he owned the team. But we ain't won nothing since. Well, we won something before y'all for couple years after we won something. But
yeah, it was 80. Our last one was 90.
91,
91,
95. You know what I'm saying? So we all got some. We all want to horse that thing up one more time. I'm gonna tell you right now, if the Dallas Cowboys ever win the Super Bowl, I'm gonna get banned from all social media platforms. I can promise y'all that right now. I'm gonna get banned from all social media platforms because of the stuff that I do. You know, after we win the Super Bowl, and I probably get locked up in Richmond, Virginia, because I'm streaking from Broad and Parham to the inside, bucket naked with a sign. I told you itches. I might not even get past the Outback Steakhouse, but it's going down, man. But for real. Okay, off season, what kind of moves have y'all made in Washington? I mean, I know about the Carson Wentz. I know about that.
Ugh.
What's going on with the Commanders?
Hey man, look, is Chase coming back? Is he gonna be healthy?
You know what? I never thought Chase would be a problem anyway. He's good when he's got great players around him. You know what I'm saying? But he ain't really like took over nothing, and he hadn't had that Lawrence Taylor presence. He's had the hype. He's had the hype. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but you got to prepare for him. You got to prepare for him every time you play.
But you run at players like that. You don't run away from them.
It's true because you don't want him chasing you.
Exactly. So he hasn't had that. Oh my God, he's the best player on the field. I haven't seen that from him.
Right.
But I have seen it from Randy Gregory, even though he's gone and talking smack about the Cowboys. I have seen it from DeMarcus Lawrence before he started getting all the injuries. I have seen it. I have seen it from Micah Parsons. I have seen it from certain players.
Sacks, by the way.
You know what I'm saying? I have seen that. Oh, this is going to be greatness. I've seen that. I've seen Michael Gallup live making catches that I never thought I'd see receivers play. So when people tell me that we're going to miss Amari Cooper, we will in the beginning. But the long run, I think we're going to be just fine. How do you guys feel about the current Dallas Cowboys wide receivers, Justin and Rodney?
I feel pretty good about them.
Okay.
We got CeeDee Lamb. A lot of people fail to realize he was nice at Oklahoma.
He was nice. He was nice.
It's just about that one.
Yeah,
he's wearing 88 for a reason. So
they let him have that. Yeah,
right into that number one receiving role, right. And won't miss a beat. And then we got Michael Gallup on the backside, and then the third.
When y'all drafting,
we're gonna be all right.
24 right now, but we're looking to move up, and that's what I was gonna say. The draft hasn't happened yet, so we don't know what we're gonna look like come game day.
They got some wide receivers. They got some wide receivers in this draft. Ain't no joke.
They got some players in this draft that ain't no joke. And I mean, there's 2 or 3 rounds deep. You can get a great player in the 3rd and the 4th round in this draft if you've really been paying attention. And a lot of people's draft stock is dropping because the evaluators don't always get it right. So sometimes you'll get a gem in the 3rd round.
Right. Antonio Brown was a 5th round draft pick. Tom Brady was what, 6, 7, somewhere around there.
Almost.
Dak Prescott was 4th.
I want the Dallas Cowboys with the 5th round pick to draft Cameron Dicker, the kicker from Texas. He can kick for 60 yards out. If we get him, it's the next Dan Bailey ball game.
This boy right here and this
kicker. The last kicker that came out of Texas.
This in the 5th round? Is that what you're asking for it in the 5th? Okay.
In the 5th. The last great kicker that came out of Texas, he go by the name of Justin Tucker. Yeah, Cameron Dicker could be like that.
Let's talk money. Anybody hear about Derek Carr?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, he just got paid today.
Okay, that's what we're talking about. Okay, so his contract was like a 3-year, 121 point something year deal. It's like about 40 million. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, about 42.
And it doesn't put him at the top of the quarterback market. It puts him like tied with 5th or 6th. You know what I'm saying? So the market is jacked up. When a quarterback like Derek Carr, who ain't never won nothing, when he can get $40+ million a year, but that's not all he got. He got a no trade clause.
Did he?
Yeah. He got a no trade clause. The players are getting more leverage now. How do you guys feel about the players and the leverage and the market surge? These wide receivers are getting paid now. Everybody's getting paid.
DB's pissed off behind this though.
That's why we're here to talk sports.
DB's pissed off about that.
But I love what Derek Carr said, which is not getting talked about, which is the fact that he said he remembered the last time he had an extension, he took the money and took the bag, and right after he took it, Khalil Mack was gone. And he said that really hurt him to have to see Khalil Mack leave because there was no money on the table to pay him. So he vowed this time when he came up again, he would leave money on the table so the Raiders had money to pay other people.
He didn't leave much. I mean,
exactly.
Hey, you know what? You know what he didn't do? The Aaron Rodgers move. Aaron Rodgers knew Devontae was going to be out when he took the money. And acting like he didn't even know. Your best wide receiver. You talk about that's arrogance. He believes that whoever is at the wide receiver position, whoever they draft, whoever they put on, he still can have an MVP season.
We're gonna
It
see.
ain't a whole lot of Devontae Adams out there. Ain't a lot of them.
And I don't believe it for 1 second because you didn't put up but X amount of points in the playoffs with Devontae Adams. So what makes you think you're gonna be better without him? I doubt it.
They play in the NFC North. They always gonna end up in the playoffs.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean you're gonna win. You'll get embarrassed again.
Yeah, you get embarrassed every year.
Exactly.
You get
The
embarrassed every year.
Lions, the Lions, who? The Lions,
Lions,
the
Packers,
Bears,
and the Packers. The Lions,
Yep.
Bears, Packers,
the
and
Vikings.
and the Vikings.
Well, speaking of
Kirk Cousins. You like that?
Speaking of NFL quarterbacks, there's one that says he was disrespected. He came out with a little interview. Baker Mayfield said he was disrespected. How y'all feel about that?
Baker said, "Let me come to your job and boo you and see how you work under
No,
pressure."
he said in your cubicle.
Yeah.
Boo.
That was personal.
Boo.
But what I wanted to, if I could,
Jazz knocked out.
I wanted to talk to Baker Mayfield about that statement because early in my corporate career, I worked in a cubicle, and I was taking phone calls in a call center, and I got cussed out every morning.
Right.
Circuit City. Before I got into management, I got cussed out every morning. So him booing probably would have been an upgrade. Just to be honest with you, when people couldn't get them TVs repaired because we had no national TV repair. So him booing me wouldn't have, thank you.
But I bet you perform better under pressure than he does.
Oh, no doubt. No doubt.
The thing about Baker, man, which is crazy, is that out of the 4 years, he had 2 good seasons. 1 year he won the first playoff game that they've seen. So he's serviceable. I would rather have him on the Skins versus the retread from Philly, from Indianapolis. Now, what's his name? I can't think of it.
Carson Wentz.
Yeah, Carson Wentz. I rather Baker. Baker
I thought
at
y'all
least
wanted
be
Jimmy
excited.
G.
Everybody wants Jimmy G.
No,
This is my overall take of Baker. And yes, I'm biased, but oh well. So all Oklahoma quarterbacks do not make great NFL quarterbacks. And Kyler Murray, the jury is still out on his little 5'7" self. But
Fantasy football, baby, he the ish. You see that thing say the commish? I'm the commissioner of my league, boy.
But
Yeah.
Landry Jones, trash. Sam Bradford, trash. Baker Mayfield,
Hey,
trash.
whoa.
Hey,
Whoa. Put some respect on Bradford because Bradford was trash, but he got that money.
Yeah,
Listen,
his
he was the last
agent
one.
was elite.
Wasn't he the last one to get that money as a rookie?
Bradford got that money.
I think he got
Yeah.
$80 million on his rookie deal.
Yeah,
Oh,
he was the
jump.
last one. He was the reason why they changed the whole NFL collective bargaining.
Put
He was
some
the
respect
last
on
one to
him.
get it. He was the last one to get that.
all right, he's the original Kirk Cousins. We'll go with that. How
No,
about
ain't
that?
but one Kirk Cousins.
So what about what about your man in Philly? How you feel
I
about him?
say 8-8 QB.
Who was that?
Jalen Hurts.
Jalen, he played at Oklahoma.
He don't count.
Jury's still out on him.
He's a half Sooner fan, half Sooner
Yeah,
player.
Half
yeah,
Alabama,
Alabama.
half
Yeah.
Alabama.
Because
I like Jalen.
I like Jalen too.
the
I just
fake
don't like him on Philly.
because that fake quarterback guru coach in Southern Cal, Lincoln Riley, who they claim is a quarterback guru. No, you got to be a quarterback guru. You got a freshman and you develop them. You don't go transfer people in and then build on other people's succce. That's not a quarterback guru.
How they say they call that
You
the
tell him,
portal.
Justin, you
The
tell
portal.
him.
What's that? The portal.
I love
He-
the transfer portal.
Or you know,
Well-
Dabo
well-
Sweeney hates it.
Yeah, because he
They
know
control
he
their
know
players.
he know he can't talk sugar honey iced tea to these players,
Well,
get all up in their face and be rude. Because most of these coaches that we're out here admiring, man, they talk all kinds of shit.
Hey, and they got that name and image likeness thing. Cats. They said that boy, that Manning boy, might get $3 million just to play
off the
ball.
jump. Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
That's his name.
currently there's a kid that is a 2023 recruit that is going to be playing in California. They didn't say where. I'm assuming Southern Cal because that's where Lincoln Riley is, and he is a transfer portal king. So I'm pretty sure that's where this kid is. But they said when the kid steps on campus, he will make $350,000 soon as he steps on campus.
But that is.
Name, image, likeness. Put my
But-
face on the billboard.
How do you, CJ? How do you feel about Arch Manning's visit to UVA, which was an official visit?
I mean, his sister goes there.
His mom did graduate. From
So
there,
what
too.
I need is for us to write his sister a letter.
Well, the other thing is the head coach at
What
UVA The new head coach you got has ties to Peyton and Eli, and that was the reason he came there.
We need him. That would be huge for UVA because all we do is doctors and lawyers.
And he stopped by Georgia. He was in Athens too for a couple of days.
Yeah. Me and Eric went back and forth on that one. Yeah.
He already came to Athens a couple of days. You know, and Kirby's like, hey, we got a chip last year. All we need is another quarterback to get us where we need to go back.
Hey, the boy at Texas told the dude at Texas A&M, he said, when I came to A&M, I ain't see no football trophies in that showcase.
Oh, my.
So Arch Manning come to Texas. We do bring in $250 million as a university every year, and we got our own network. So, hey, if you want to come to Texas.
With Arch Manning, the money in the future don't matter.
Yeah,
wherever he go,
money.
Thank you. Wherever he go, he gonna be all right by his last name anyway.
Yeah,
Well,
you know what I'm saying?
We got that oil money in Texas, and our money is long. So, yeah,
When the last time you won something?
it don't matter.
No. You can't say that and then follow it up with it don't matter.
Let me tell you why I think it mattered. Because
The SEC beat us because of how much we bring in as a university. We
y'all
are big
going
player
to the SEC.
Yeah, because of that.
And you won't win anything else either.
Because that wallet we got.
Right, exactly.
hey, but you can come to
get worse.
Yeah, you go. Look, Bama's still gonna be
shredded.
Bama. Bama's still gonna be Bama.
But
Georgia's
see,
still gonna be Georgia.
the little schools benefit from us because
That's true.
the Missouri's benefit, the Kentucky's benefit, the South Carolina's benefit, because if we're there, that means they don't have to play that murderous row schedule having to see LSU and
Let me
Bama
ask you this,
every
Justin.
so couple years.
Let me ask you this: since we on a Texas Longhorn kick, and you always bring it up every goddamn show,
I'm just saying.
how does it feel to be not even the biggest dog in a small pond? You know what I'm saying? Oklahoma wins more titles than y'all. You know what I'm saying? So why are we talking about Texas? We got all this, we got all that, and you think you're gonna be better going into a tougher conference? So how do you feel being the second? How do you feel being a striped bass in a big bass league?
I'm gonna go to Reggie Miller route. Oklahoma, yeah. They choke at big games when it matter.
But
but they light y'all up every time they play out.
Yeah, if you get that Alabama work every year, boy, that's gonna be some work.
Yeah, they transfer quarterbacks in. We sent Spencer Rattler packing 2 years running.
But you know what? He's gonna do pretty good on
South Carolina.
Yeah,
South Carolina.
but he's good as long as things are going well for him. When things fall apart, get out the room because he is a nightmare to be around when ain't happy.
Maybe the reason he's not there because he didn't fit that system. See, a lot of people don't know that system ain't for everybody. Ratliff didn't run it as well as some of those other quarterbacks. Maybe ain't as mobile as we thought he was. I think Beamer, now that he's down at South Carolina, will use him properly, and you'll see some traits. I think he'll be back up to contending for Player of the Year status. I think he's gonna have a great year personally. Ain't no pressure. You in South Carolina, they ain't never won that.
It's a lot of it's a lot
Their
of
biggest game is Clemson.
If he beat Clemson, they put a statue out front of the jump.
The quarterback class is deep next year because you got Bryce Young at Bama next year, you got Spencer Rattler next year, you got Rodney's boy Bo Nix, you got him coming out next year, you got the boy at Kentucky next year, the boy Hooker that used to be at Tech, that's in Tennessee, he could come out next year. It's a slew of quarterbacks this in the SEC that can ball out this year.
Here's the deal, Justin. As long as you show some kind of skill at the quarterback level, as a quarterback and on a high level, there's a place for you. There's a lot of backup quarterbacks in the NFL. I don't even know their names.
Yeah, let's just hope that Spencer Rattler don't beat Jake Locker.
Right. Let's hope that Texas don't fall flat on their face because you tried.
You
just had your little Texas section of the show, boy.
We got a 5-star. Look, Quinn Ewers. We got Quinn Ewers, who is our highest rated recruit that we've had as a 5-star quarterback since Colt McCoy. Right. I said it for the longest time. I said Texas got a quarterback.
Somebody just got ejected. Bridges. He want to fight.
Oh yeah. If we kicking my butt too.
If we legitimately got a quarterback under center in Texas, things would take off. We got Quinn Ewers.
We're coming up on the hour mark here, 51 minutes. But look, we got to get out of here in a few seconds, right? We talk sports every Wednesday night. I'm gonna go ahead and put it out there so y'all can hold me to it. Every Wednesday night, whether it's live or pre-recorded, we talk sports. And if we miss a Wednesday, we'll be Thursday or Tuesday, depending on holidays and occasions, because we all got loved ones. But we're gonna be here and we're gonna talk sports. current topics. We're gonna talk about our favorite teams, Dallas Cowboys. I think Eric got a team too. We're gonna talk about our team. But since
Eric
we all,
I can talk about the Falcons too. You know,
since we
Hey,
got,
you got a lot of traveling to do.
since we're talking about football now, y'all know it's a couple of brand new,
XFL, USFL.
well, they reshuffling, they reloading and coming back. So we got the XFL and the USFL coming, man. How do you guys feel about more football? Eric?
I feel pretty good about it. I didn't think that
His name is Eric. I thought
XFL was dead.
his name Eric. That right there.
Yeah.
Oh, you know.
I just think about it is, I think football. I mean,
My
it's
bad.
always good football. Always good to see football because
Right.
crazy as it sounds, that other league that vanished after that first season, Young Wei Koo was the kicker for the Atlanta team, and then he went to the Falcons right after
Right.
that, and now he one of the highest paid kickers because the boy. He's solid, so you can always find a gym that didn't get a chance.
Opportunities.
It's an opportunity.
Put film on the board.
There you go.
You know what I'm saying? That's what it's all about. So
So
How do you feel,
I want to
Justin?
see it.
The XFL will be the more successful league because the XFL has that contract that's going with the NFL for the rules, and I think that's huge.
oh yeah, I like that.
Shout out to the XFL because Reggie Barlow, I'm a Virginia State alum.
Yeah.
Reggie Barlow.
Hold on, baby.
As a
You ain't the
coach.
only one Virginia State alum,
So,
baby. Come on,
I'm-
VSU.
I'm
I feel
hyped.
you, baby.
I'm hyped.
I'm
we
with
on
you.
the map now.
Oh,
Thank you.
come on, Trojan.
Let's go. Win some
Exactly.
games, baby. Let's go.
All right.
Yeah.
And how do you feel,
Petersburg.
Rodney?
I feel pretty good about it. I think, like you guys said, opportunities for the guys that maybe, go undrafted, that provides an extra job, extra film. They can develop more. And like,
Right.
Young Wei Koo, he can, he played in those leagues and then he elevated, to the NFL.
Right.
And
Remember
even the
those cats?
But I didn't know the XFL was coming back.
kid
Right.
from
next year.
the
So
backup
next year-
quarterback,
Okay.
that backup quarterback for Carolina. He was an XFL quarterback
He
and lit it
was.
up. He
Oh,
lit it
yeah.
up.
He was.
Yeah,
Exactly.
number
Yeah.
11.
But, it might be a training ground for, more NFL coordinators, coaches,
Yeah.
move up into the system.
But you see this with soccer in
quicker.
Europe, how Europe has that club team and
Right.
they work that club system. They get the kids young and create a pipeline. So I think the NFL might be looking at these leagues as kind of like a NFL Europe type pipeline, how they had it with NFL Europe, what they were looking
baseball,
for.
like the minor leagues.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's good, man. All right, we got parting words, man, because we're about to get out of here, man. Anything? You
Oh,
guys-
I got a question. So
What you got?
I know you did it last year. Is full 32 round draft night?
Hey, man. Day one.
Day one. Day one, yeah.
Day one.
Day one.
Yeah. That's a lot, man. You got to realize that's a lot. you
I
know.
remember.
Yeah,
I
it
remember.
was a lot, man.
It was a lot.
Yeah, it was like, hold up, y'all. I'll be right back, man. That's a lot. So we will do draft. We'll do the draft.
Draft night.
All right,
Okay.
we'll do the draft. So I gotta
Yeah,
get everything I need. And put
Get your
it here.
popcorn.
Yeah, you gotta get it. I might have to slide everything back so I can stand up and walk around. This green
Well, yeah,
screen.
I know. Well, I know what y'all gonna do. What y'all draft 24? I know it's gonna at least go to the 24.
Yeah.
Yeah, y'all.
Well,
Y'all
yeah,
ain't
well,
gonna-
yeah.
you got to
Good
realize
draft.
if we go 24, because I think we're gonna trade up. If we go
Yeah.
24, we might as well do the whole first round. But
Yeah,
if we go
yeah.
up in the top 10, at 10,
you
I'm
might be
out.
thinking about it.
Cut it out.
10, I'm out. I mean, because the NFC East gonna draft quick anyway. I think Philly and the Giants got some top.
Hey,
10
I remember
picks,
y'all, your fans talk trash when y'all picked that boy up last year. Best linebacker in the league.
Vander Esch. Oh, Parsons.
No, Parsons.
But
But
They
you
picked
got
we
with-
don't have another
but you
Van
got to
Der Esch
realize
draft.
though, we were in a state last year where we needed everything, and we
Yeah.
all thought that the corner, one of those elite corners would have fit the bill, man. I mean, I'm just being real. It was two
Same
elite
here.
corners out there, and
But-
what the Cowboys been lacking for years was a shutdown corner, and the guys proved to be shutdown corners.
Who's the boy that was picking off everybody's?
Diggs.
Yeah, y'all did all right with Diggs.
No,
I mean,
but that
the
was one
twin?
side. We
Yeah,
wanted a twin on the
yeah,
other
yeah,
side.
Yeah.
but he give up a big play too in order to act
But-
out.
If
He a
if we trade up and get Kyle Hamilton from Notre Dame, all that is for naught. He will not give up no more big plays if Hamilton is over top.
So you think what about picking up the boy Patrick Surtain's son?
That's who we
Yeah.
wanted last year.
He went to Denver,
He went to Denver, right?
right in
We
front
kept
of
running-
us.
Because we kept running our mouths about the draft. oh, we want either
Who's,
Horn
who's
or
the
we
kid?
want
Who's the
Sertain
kid?
up.
Who's the
What we
Sauce
want.
Money kid out of Cincinnati?
He ain't coming to us.
No, he gonna be gone.
You gonna be gone?
The Jets and Giants are high on him.
Yeah.
Okay. The Sauce guy.
And I think that's false bravado, because I said you can talk that rah-rah in college, but
Right.
when you get in NFL and
He
you
ain't
got that
play.
type of you get that chip on your shoulder, somebody gonna bust that chip off your shoulder.
He really, but
He
Cincinnati
played
really didn't
he
play
played in
anybody.
he played in the American Conference. When
And
they
then-
got into
and-
college football.
And
They
then Georgia dusted him.
Exactly.
Well, all I gotta tell you guys is we're about to get up out of here, man. The pollen and the allergy
Oh no, y'all
are
Georgia
kicking my
done-
butt. And we talk sports every Wednesday, 8:30 p.m. Man, appreciate you, Eric Lee, Rodney,
And
and
popping
Justin
in.
for tuning in tonight, man. And,
Now I know how to. Now I know how to. Finagle this stuff.
we appreciate you, man. Finagle that stuff and come on in, man. And we want to let everybody know that does watch or catch the repeat, man. The show ain't about the Dallas Cowboys. You know what I'm saying? It's about sports. Bring your energy. If you got something to tell us, we're listening. We're here for everybody. Everybody has a voice, man. So we're going to catch you guys next week, Wednesdays, 8:30 p.m. CJTV, We Talk Sports. Rodney will be here pretty much every week. Justin's here pretty much every week, and Eric Lee pops in, whenever he wants to. We got some ladies that normally on the program too. We got Diane and we got Monique that pops in from time to time. So everything is gonna be all right. All right. So till the next time, we're gonna catch up with y'all. We Talk Sports, CJ Richardson.